No one has treated me as badly as him. I'm devastated, and I feel embarrassed. I blame myself for letting him treat me like this. 38F and 39M. I am currently going through an extremely difficult personal situation. I don't think I will ever be able to recover and find myself again. I am taking medication and talking to a psychologist, but every day it feels like I just want to end the pain. The sense of shame I carry despite having done nothing wrong kills me. I still cannot openly talk about it with my close friends and family. Before what happened, I would have considered myself a normal person and, to be fair, way above the average in terms of social lifestyle. I come from a loving family in Spain. My parents are still together. I had a few relationships when I was younger. They all ended for various reasons, but there was no drama. I do remember all of them fondly. However, my last relationship has damaged me like you cannot imagine. I do know that I am a victim of mental abuse and that I have dealt with a narcissistic sociopath who I am scared of. I will summarize what happened. 10 years ago I met him in Berlin. We used to work for the same company. It was great. We felt in love with each other like crazy. He moved into my tiny apartment and we both were all over the moon. Later on, we decided to move to London. He's British and we have been living in the UK since then. At first, we rented different apartments in London and 6 years ago we decided to buy a house and move to the outskirts, usual couple behavior. During COVID, we decided to upgrade and we sold and moved to a larger property that we both loved. Things were going fine. We had no money or health issues, we had friends, and we will go on big holiday trips together as much as we wanted. Again, our lifestyle was definitely at the very top of society. One day his work offered him to move to Texas. This was a great career opportunity, and the money was also good. The plan was that he would go there for a year, save up, enjoy the experience, and improve his CV. I was perfectly fine with it. He will be coming home once every 3 months, and I will go as much as possible. It will help boost his career, and money will help with the new house as the mortgage is quite high. It was all fine and as planned at the beginning. However, soon after he left, he started to ignore me, his messages were weird, and he pretty much turned into a stranger and someone who was hurting me like you cannot imagine. Of course, he was cheating with someone from work. I will save you all the details because I still cannot talk about it. But it gets worse. At this point, we've been together for 10 years. He never broke up with me all this time. He never picked up the phone to say, hey, I've met someone and we are done. He will just send weird messages, sometimes nice ones, sometimes not so nice. And he will lie and lie and lie for months. In December I had to go to NYC for work, and he came to be there with me. He then tells me that this woman is now pregnant and that he hates her. This is a quote of his words: I hate her, she is bipolar. She is also married and has 2 other children. However, remember that all the previous months he's been just lying to me and being rude on the phone. I would call him crying saying, what's wrong, and he would shout at me saying, shut up, just shut up. Give me space. He was so rude. I cannot help but cry whilst I write this. I hate him so much. He told me that he was going to spend Christmas at home with his family in England and that he didn't want to see me. I insist he has not officially broken up with me. He tells me he just wants to be with this mom. However, in NYC I saw some notes. I saw that he had planned an agenda for the Christmas week. I saw he had booked a restaurant in London for the day before I was leaving to Spain. He knew what day I was going home. I asked if he wanted to come home even if it was just for 1 day, to our house in England. He said no, that he just wanted to be home with his mum. I knew he was lying. I knew he had booked a restaurant. He's telling me he just wants to be home with his mum, but instead, he's bringing this other woman to introduce her to his family. How is this not abuse? He even texted me before departure and after the plane landed. I feel so devastated about his attitude. He is not only a liar and a cheater, he is an abuser. I decided to go to the restaurant, and of course, I saw him walking holding hands with this pregnant woman. I confronted him and he was so rude. He turned his back on me and said, I'm going to go back, and this is the last time I've seen him in person. After 10 years together, he turned his back on me and left me on the floor crying like a stray dog. 2 young girls who walked past sat on the floor with me and comforted me. Will remember them for the rest of my days. 2 strangers gave me more love and attention than the man who was my partner for 10 years. You cannot imagine how much pain I carry. I had to be admitted to the hospital because my brain couldn't cope with the pain. I insist that he left me on the floor at night, in central London crying. No one has ever treated me this badly. It gets even worse. He not only went back to have dinner with this other woman, but he asked his mum to call me. How insulting is this? His entire family knew this woman was coming to spend Christmas together. I can't help but cry. Did they all laugh at me during Christmas dinner? Don't I deserve any respect from these people? Remember, we've been together for 10 years. He has had months to end things with me. He could have just sent a message to say sorry, I've met someone and don't want to be with you, but he didn't. He abused my support and love for months. I was super patient with him, I gave him space, I didn't insist on visiting him, I pretty much left him to mistreat me, and I hate myself for that. I don't even wish him happiness, I hope life will treat him as badly as he has treated me because he doesn't deserve happiness or love. Now, I am still living in our house, and I fear he's going to show up unannounced and he's going to be violent with me and the house. This is my biggest fear. I bought a new Ring camera that is only linked to my account, but it is also his house, so I cannot prevent him from entering his property. I have told the police I am scared, but there's not much they can do about it. I feel humiliated. I feel devastated and betrayed. I hate myself for letting him treat me like a doormat. I've been his doormat for a year. I wish I was brave enough to end my life because how can I recover from this?